Brilliance Audio.
The Color of Family by Jerry McGill. Performed by Mirron Willis and Robin Miles. Book 1. The Early Paynes. The 80s. Harold and Camille. A Love Story. Harold Calvin Payne learned at a very young age that husbands could be uncontrollably cruel if and when the moment seized them. He learned it consistently, and he had the scars, both physical and mental, to prove it. A welt behind his left ear from a spatula, a caterpillar-shaped scar on his lower left back from a broken table leg. The cigarette burns, fortunately, had faded after a decade and were more like birthmarks, but they were not forgotten. His mother, Josephine, had 3 different husbands during his childhood in Dearborn, Michigan, and as far as he could see, all the men had one primary thing in common. Violence was their solution to most problems. Usually his mother or one of his 6 brothers was the target, but every once in a while he got caught up in the tempest. Such was the case on a cold February night in 1954. Harold was 7, and returning home from buying his mother a turkey sandwich and a pack of cigarettes at the grocery store. While passing the back alley, he discovered his stepfather Nate gambling away the family's rent money on a dice game with a bunch of other fathers from the hood. Harold had witnessed his mother berate Nate for this activity on more than one occasion, and so when he got home, he told her about the scene right away. Regret set in when he saw his mother put on her heaviest coat and Sunday hat and march out the door of their 4th-floor apartment with a thick leather belt, buckle clanging ominously in her left hand. He and 3 of his brothers tailed behind her discreetly and took in the scene in the alley. To the amusement of the gambling crew, his mother yelled at his stepfather at the top of her lungs. It was when she threatened him with the belt that things took a darker turn. Nate backhanded Harold's mother twice, sending her to the cold pavement. Harold ran to his mother and picked her up, which led Nate to then turn on him, striking him against the side of his head so hard the boy had to go to the emergency room with what turned out to be a ruptured eardrum. In the month it took to heal, Nate was out the door for good, soon to be replaced by Grady, an unrepentant alcoholic who was a foreman at Ford Motors. Grady was a man blessed with a huge frame. Many speculated he could have easily played on the offensive line of the Detroit Lions. What Harold derived from his encounters with each of these men were a few lessons that he would hold close to his sense of value and self-worth. He was repulsed by what he considered to be these men's darker demons, and he resolved somewhere within himself that he would never be a heavy drinker. He would never be an unscrupulous gambler. He would never physically abuse his wife or his children. He would never be a womanizer. He was able to achieve 3 out of the 4 of these virtues. What he would do was realize he had a terrible weakness for the female form. It all started in junior high school. A popular center on the school basketball team, Harold courted Vanessa Coleman, Stacy Attlebury, and Jeannie Ann Todd all at the same time and wound up dating all 3 for a month until his duplicity was discovered and he lost all of them in a week. In high school, when his sweetheart, Doris Culpepper, the daughter of the most popular baker in town, found out he had been seen making out with Leslie Matheson in the balcony of a movie theater, she baked him blueberry muffins, laced with laxative. Fortunately for him, she was racked with guilt and confessed after he ate the first 2. He wound up with diarrhea and sour gums for 2 days straight. His oldest brother, Enos, warned him, "Someday, you're gonna wake up in bed with a knife in your back. You keep treating these women folk like they trading cards. Don't you know hell ain't got no fury like a female scorned?" The combination of laxative burning in his intestines and his brother's words of wisdom seemed to have a sobering effect on Harold. By the time he entered more
Sample complete. Ready to continue?